Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Got another rough one for you today. God dang. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Y'all roll on in. All right. Give me 1 minute. We'll get started in just a minute. All right. Give me a minute. We'll just get started. Hang on. Let me turn down a little bit. I'll be right back. All right. Welcome. Welcome back. It's good to have everyone back. We'll get started in just 1 second. All right. Some surprising results today. We all love Beck and we all love DFG and Gallegos, and neither one of those hit. So that was interesting. Interesting day. What do we think about? To be fair, I was paying more attention to the co-fight than I was the DFG fight, so I didn't really score it well. My scorecards, I don't have a scorecard for the DFG and Beck fight, but I know there were a lot of mixed feelings. How do we feel about that? I want to take a poll on that. Let me get to that in just a second. Hang on. All right, I'm going to start a poll right now. Who did you have winning? DFG, Beck, draw. Simple poll. Just tell me who you had winning, or did you have it a draw? All right, let's get into it. Let's get into today's show. Let me get through some of these comments. I will be live again tomorrow. Night. Crazy night is right, Kyle. Crazy night is right. I knew this weekend was going to be a tough betting weekend. So far, I'm 1 for 1. 1 for 2. I'm 1 for 2. I hit on my midweek parlay, which was nice money on the Japanese card Wednesday morning. I missed on this. I got one more pending. The first leg hit great. Caden Griffiths hit, obviously. I got Charlo, and then I got less than under 1.5 knockdowns on my other parlay. I don't know who that was. Gallegos appeared to be everything he was not in the first fight. I'm disgusted by Gallegos. He's going backwards. He's moving backwards. I don't get that. I don't understand that. All right, let me get through these. All right, man, rough day. I believed I bailed on all my long parlay at a loss on Venezuela versus Medina. I didn't even have a book on it. Tomorrow we make money. June we get rich. Yes, sir. Medina got robbed. I wouldn't really. I was watching the other card mostly. I'm hearing this though. I like the back decision. He deserved it, but both look great. Rough night, G. Yeah, man. I took a loss there on that co-fight. He got beat down. I couldn't get a stream on the Gallegos fight. I watched the DFG fight, but that knockdown was rough. But I don't know how I feel about the decision. Missed a few early rounds. Great fight. That's why. And I wasn't scoring the early rounds. I was mostly watching the other fight. So I wanted your take. Guys, vote in the poll. I'm interested in seeing what you guys have in the poll. I thought Beck won, especially after the knockdown. Thomas Taylor is a terrible ref. Shout out to you. Hey, get in there. Take a bow. We'll eat our crow. I told y'all Co was gonna work that guy. 2 great main events though, but damn, I'm happy for Co. 100%. Glad I stayed away tonight. That was your best bet, Muscles. Muscles made the best bet, which was no bet at all. Muscles got all his action tomorrow. All right. I took over 4.5 on some of my bets for Gallegos, so that's that. So there's that. I hit an alternate 6 to 10 round prop. What was was it the 6th round? 2 great fights streaming at the same time on the same app. Yeah, I know. And going back and forth. It was a great night of boxing, though. It was really, really good. I've seen it before. He was like a deer in headlights. I bet on Co and Beck tonight. There you go. Co cost me my parlay. It cost us a lot of us our parlay, man. Gary, you didn't do your due diligence. Co was hospitalized before the first fight with Gallegos. What up, Mike? I'll bet on Gallegos and DFG. Do you think that Eddie paid Gallegos off? Ain't no way in hell he thought that was a good game plan. Yeah, I was so confused. I was on a stream. A couple of my boys were watching it too, and I'm just like, you go backward, man. Set your feet in the ground and fight him. If he's gonna come to you, let him come to you. Like, I couldn't believe Gallegos' game plan in that fight, man. Absolutely wild. I thought, well, yeah, I was watching parts of it. I didn't get a real good card on that. I was mostly watching the other card. Gallegos killed me. Thought Medina got slightly robbed, though. Yeah, that's the popular opinion, real. 79 says the early rounds were Beck. Then Beck probably won the fight then. No, 79, don't do that. Co is just better. Just like y'all said, Gallegos was better the last time. Thomas Taylor is not as bad as the ref thought. He's not a good ref. Thomas Taylor's not a good ref. Goat did call that. Yeah, Goat, take your victory lap, man, for sure. Goat did call that win. I'll give him that. He sure did. Really good call by Goat. We were all high on Gallegos, and he nailed it. Beck versus DFG was a great fight. Yeah, it was a great fight, man. That was really, you couldn't take your eyes off of that fight. That was a 9 out of 10 fight. I told y'all, bro, if Co keeps it how he did in the first round, but it was just the first round, and then maybe the first 2 rounds he looked okay. It was gonna beat him. Cards make sense then. I tuned around 6 or 7. Yeah. Follow Mike Thomas Taylor sucks as a referee. I'm not speaking on co-performance. I'm speaking on the brainless game plan. Why wouldn't anyone who knocked their opponent down 4 times ever consider fighting like this? I'm with you, man. Like, that was a ridiculous game plan. It was just insane. Shout out to Cole, though. Cole proved us all wrong. I had Beck and Gallegos. All right, so you split 1 for 2. I'm pissed DraftKings didn't have live bets for the Cole fight. Yeah, I would have put a large bet on him as soon as Gallegos' nose was busted. 79 Gallegos didn't have anything else. He caught Cole on a bad night. He never had the ingredients to do it again. Bipolar in the house. Gallegos got cracked with the jab that looked like Cole hit him with a bat. Yeah. I probably threw off the game plan early. Good point, Bipolar. What up, BC? What up, BC? Gallegos tried to come out the same as he did in round 9. What a dummy. Cole fight remind me of Subriel Matias when he clearly didn't take his same home fight in Puerto Rico seriously. There's something to be said for that, Antonio. This did not look like the same Gallegos in any way, shape, or form. Like, did he think it was going to be an easy night? Did he think he outclassed Cole? It's interesting. I thought there was really nothing that Cole could do to change the outcome of the first fight, and they dominated him. He dominated Gallegos in the second fight. That's why I was hesitant to bet on Gallegos, especially the fight coming to Mexico, his home. I highly doubt Cole would have fought that first fight if he was that serious. It was just an excuse for getting destroyed by an underdog. I had Gallegos and DFG. I can't believe I'm wrong. I know, man. Eric Priest looked good. I don't know about the 99-90 scorecards or whatever. 9 rounds to 1. I don't know about those scorecards. But yeah, no. Priest looked good, I guess. Can anybody put me onto a good stream for boxing? Only sport I struggle finding a consistent stream for unless it's a prize fight. I'm right there with you. I thought one would win. What are we going to do? When you sign to these networks, you kind of obligated to fight 79. DFG and Gallegos destroyed 2 of my parlays, but still in the plus. Caught DFG at plus 300, cash out minus 400. I love the cash out button. Cash out button can be huge. Yeah, Priest at minus 550 was free money. Eric Priest was one of the highlights. Katie Griffiths. Shout out to the White Boys. White Boys represented well tonight. Katie Griffiths. God dang. And also Eric Priest as well. What are the locks for the Caleb Plant and Charlotte? So I like Caleb Plant. I like the over. We'll get to this. I like the over. And I like I'm extremely confident. I like the over, and I like 1.5. I like under 1.5 knockdowns, and then I like the favorites. I like all the favorites. We are extremely confident in betting Hernandez. We are extremely confident Hernandez. I think both Plant and Charlo put them out tomorrow. I kind of think so too. Mike, then do fights get canceled literally all the time? Why did Dubois pull out? If that's true, a big name or prospect will cancel a fight. No, fights get canceled all the time. 79 is correct. Pretty confident that Hernandez wins. So yeah, Hernandez. I don't even think that's much of a fight. All right, let's get to tomorrow's book. A lot to get into. It's still going to be a good week. I'm down a little bit for the week because I missed on that second parlay, but I hit my midweek parlay, which was huge. We got Blancas, we got Morton, we got Lucero, we got Davis, we got Hernandez. Hernandez by KO is an interesting bet. Hernandez by stoppage is an interesting bet. Caleb Plant. We have some props on this. Over 9.5, I kind of like it. And then the knockdowns. Caleb Plant to win and under 1.5 knockdowns is a real interesting bet. Under 1.5 knockdown. That's a prop I like. That's a prop I like a lot. So I mean, tomorrow we still got a lot to bet on. So let me get back to this too. Hang on. All right, so here's everything I like. Charlo money line. Under 1.5 knockdowns, Plant, Resendez, Daniel Blancas money line, Moten money line, Lucero money line, Hernandez money line, Hernandez money line, Hernandez by stoppage I like. Plant money line over 9.5 on the Plant fight. Minus 165. Plant to win and under 1.5 knockdowns. I like that. Charlo Lamont to go the distance. No. Charlo by TKO. Minus 125. I like that a lot. So those are the bets I like. That's everything. I'm going to try to come up with something for you guys tomorrow. Tonight, after this live stream, I'm going to pull an all-nighter. I'm going to have the other video for you guys. I'm going to post the other video for you guys. I'm going to have Plant and Resendez live for you guys right after this. Right after this, I'm going to make something to eat, and I'm going to have that video live for you guys shortly after that. And then I'm going to go live tomorrow again after the PBC card. So I got a lot for you guys. Let me get through some of these. The problem I have with Plant fight going over is how easy Plant is going to be able to hit him. Yeah, no, I get it. Resendez is tough as hell. Just take Plant on the money line. Just take Plant on the money line. Take Charlo on the money line. I see what you said. I told y'all this was going to be a tough week to bet. It was going to be an incredibly tough week to bet. I knew this was going to be a tough week to make money on, right? Because you had all these 50-50 fights where you had a lot of question marks. Was Cole going to show up? Was Gallegos going to show up? Then we got these fights that are hard to tell. Like both these fights, Plant and Charlo, they could both go the distance reasonably. They could both end by knockout reasonably. It's a hard week to make money. Wednesday morning was a day to make the money this week. Dave Allen thinks Hernandez will win. He likes him a lot. I like Kieran Davis too. There's nothing special. There's nothing next level. There's no next gear with Kieran. I like Kieran. I do. I can't see how he wins the fight. Walk me through it. How does he beat him? He's going to stay on the back foot and not box him? Like, no, he's not. I like Kieran. But I can't see any path to victory for him. I don't mean that to disrespect him. I don't mean that to throw any shade at him. I like him. I think he's a good fighter. I just don't see any path to victory for Kieran Davis. I think he can make it competitive. I think he might win a couple rounds. I think he may get stopped, though. Ron DeSantis for Israel 2024. Bud's going to stop Canelo, and the Rio Grande water bug's going to be crying in September. I think Plant could possibly get a TKO, but I don't see him knocking down Resendez twice. I kind of feel the same way. Like, Resendez is durable as hell. Plant's not really a front foot guy who really sits down on his power. I think if he knocks him out, if he gets the stoppage, I mean, it's going to come either in the corner or on his feet. I kind of agree with Muscles on that one. I do not. I do not. Does anyone still have Gallegos and Co. on their book? No, it's not on my book. Eric Priest was a real surprise, and I can't believe I'm saying that. Yeah, I don't think he looked. I wasn't that. He looked good, and he looked better than I'd give him credit for. But I wasn't that impressed by him. He fought Luis Aries, and he struggled. I thought in the early going. I was not that impressed with Eric Priest. I just remember today that my father's middle name is Terrence, so I'm not sure I could bet against Bud. He'd be fine. Bud is. I think Bud's beating Canelo too. That's why I wouldn't bet against him. I think he's gonna win. But you can bet against it's his middle name. You can bet against the guy whose middle name is the same as your dad's first name, or whatever. Or flip that and reverse it. Muscles. I seen you on the Beta show asking about that. Knockdown prop. Don't listen to Dan. I like your theory on those unders. Gallegos needs to get with Eddie Reynoso, Munguia, and Canelo. They'll be sure to pump him full of clenbuterol and have plenty of tainted meat cookouts together to make him a champion. It's a good one. Rough one with Gallegos, but fair play to Co. Guys, vote in the poll. I want to see what you guys thought of that last fight. There will always be new fights coming up. The long-term game. Guy, yeah, I didn't really score the first few rounds, so I know how I saw it the second half of the fight, but the first half of the fight I didn't score, so I was wondering what you guys thought. The Ron guy's comment disappeared from the chat. I don't know. I don't know, man. What up, Rocket? I appreciated bipolar boxing. He said the same thing about the Josh Taylor fight, and I ended up hitting the under 1.5 knockdowns on that. Anyone know how Johnny did on his bets? I know Johnny took Co. So Johnny took Co. I mean, Johnny took Gallegos. Johnny took Gallegos. Mo's hit 8-leg parlay. I think Charlo is a guaranteed stoppage. LaManna slipped up. Yeah, in the press conference and said this is a great fight to end my career. I didn't mean to say that. I did hear that. Yeah, he's beating Hernandez. Yeah, he's not beating Hernandez. I just found your channel and subscribe. Appreciate you, Hawker Mustang. Appreciate you. Best channel, boxing channel on YouTube. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome. I'm ready for June. Looking forward to the 2 Japanese. June's going to be a great month. We knew this was going to be a little bit slow. My credential just got approved for the Keyshawn Davis fight, so I'm going to be at the Keyshawn Davis fight. So next week my schedule won't be as normal. I'll try to bring you guys as much content as I can before, but I will be media at the Keyshawn Davis fight in Virginia. If anyone's in the Norfolk area, hit me up. Let me know. I like the over on the Davis fight. I haven't got to the tape yet. You had Gallegos and Co. Your book still when you first went on there. God dang. I didn't even realize that. Good eyes, Jab. Oh, it does me no good now. Man, I had the cheap books that have fights on their app after it happened. Which apps tend to do that? Well, obviously DraftKings does. Yeah, Muscles, I saw you on the bet show. Dan Raphael doesn't know more than Gary and Johnny since I found these guys' channel. Yeah, Dan doesn't know anything. Dan's an idiot. The Fat Man said Plant is winning by decision and that Elijah Garcia is a way heavier hitter than Plant. That doesn't necessarily matter. Like, first off, I don't know that Elijah Garcia is a bigger hitter than Plant. That's A. Plant just doesn't sit down on his power and come forward. It's not necessarily who's the bigger hitter. The guy willing to come after you, the guy willing to track you down, is the guy that's going to get the stoppage. You could be a hitter if you're just going to be on the back foot. You're not going to stand your ground. You're not going to come forward and gun for a knockout. You could be a bigger hitter and not get the stoppage. Like, don't listen to Dan. What books do? DraftKings, apparently. DraftKings had him still up. Gallegos literally tanked nearly every parlay. I had so hoping for a brighter day tomorrow. I got Nakatani at minus 600 and Norman at minus 350 on a few parlays. Yeah, I like that. How the hell is Norman only? Cash in on that. If you can get Norman at minus 350, take Norman at minus 350. I see that now. I warned everyone in the Discord earlier because they still had a fight up on FanDuel, even though, yeah. Plant over 6.5 and Hernandez money line is minus 200. Thoughts? I like Plant over 6.5 and Hernandez money line. Yeah. No, I like that. Plant over 6.5 and Hernandez money line is minus 200. Take it. I love this bet. I love this bet. I guess I didn't see it. Jab Zuda's got the Hawkeyes. I didn't see it. What up, Kyle? Hit the like, peeps. Good idea, Kyle. I like that idea. Guys, vote in my poll, too. Make sure to vote in the poll. Bet Norman early. He'll get to 609 before you know it. Muscle said, yeah, I don't take Dan seriously at all, fellas. I just watch them to hear the other opinions, but I never take their picks. Gary has a lot higher win rate than Dan. Yeah, Dan doesn't know anything. I got you. Gary, you finna take the trip all the way? Yeah. I'm flying in. I should be in probably Thursday or Friday, but I'll be in for yeah. I went to his last fight there when he fought Gustavo Lemos, and I really liked it there. It was a cool vibe, so I'm going again. Johnny predicted Gallegos, but did not put him in his parlay. Interesting. What was Johnny's bet? Muscles, what's your lock for tomorrow? Yeah, Gary's. I bet him at New York and Verona up on the Hall of Fame. Yes, sir. You going up there next week? They got the Star Boxing card is up there next week. How far do you live from there? Gotcha. My dream of Eric Priest getting knocked out didn't pan out, but luckily I took the over. There you go, Cipollini. I told you guys Go was going to make the adjustments. He's an Olympic boxer. Gallegos was a standout Mexican. I think Hernandez wins easy. I like Kieran Davis too, so this is no shade on Kieran. I'm a Kieran fan. Just Kieran doesn't do anything exceptional. He's not exceptionally fast. He doesn't have great volume. He's a good fighter, and he knows how to fight well, but he doesn't have any of those great God-given gifts that Hernandez has. So Hernandez is going to beat him. I think he stops him too. That was substandard. Ko is now Mexican. 1.5 knockdown on Plant and Resendez. Charlo money line. Hernandez money line. It's a good bet. I'll be at the Hall of Fame fights next Friday. Please do a show for those fights. Horrible card. I got no idea who to bet. I will get to as much content as I can. Ko got knocked down 4 times, and the ref had to stop the fight. Ko didn't stop. That's fair. Gallegos, a Timu Mexican. He didn't quit. His corner stopped it, but yeah, it was not a good look. So how does that work? Would DraftKings void it if you place the bet, or would they have to pay it out? They got to pay it out. New poll. Who's worse, Gallegos in Mexico or Munguia in Mexico? That's a good one, Kyle. I like that. 10 minutes from Verona and 15 minutes from the Boxing Hall of Fame. Next time I'm up there, I wanted to go for the Hall of Fame event, but I had this Keyshawn fight. Next time I'm up in Verona, let's meet up, Bipolar. Let's hook up. I didn't see why we judge pro boxing on the Olympics. That is popularity contest, especially in American boxing. Zakim Moses, an Olympian, and I didn't see. I don't think he's very good. Not all Olympians pan out. Yeah. How could you get in trouble? They have it on their book. I don't think you can get in trouble. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how they don't. You place the bet. Do you like? Let me ask you this: do you think if you were an idiot, right, and let's say they left it up, and you put your money on Gallegos, do you think they wouldn't take your money? Of course they would. So if they're gonna take your money, they're gonna pay you out your money. It's their fault. It's their problem. Like, I don't see how you've done anything wrong. I have been caught doing that on BetUs. They can void your bet. All of these websites say in fine print that they can choose to avoid any bet at any time. Do they really say that? Yeah, the only man to beat Boots in the amateurs is Gary Antoine Russell. You think he beats Boots in the pros? He just beat Carmel, though. Like, that shit just happened. All right. Yeah, I don't know. They can't void your bet, though, after the outcome, right? Like, if you bet it and they void it, how do they void a bet that they just lost? I think they got to pay you. I really do. I think that's their bad, and they got to pay you. They voided, but they voided it before the fight. Yeah, they can void it before the fight. They can't void it after the fight. They can't. You can't place a bet, then they lose the bet, and then you win the bet, and then they void it after you win the bet. Like, you can't do that. They voided it because they put the names on. They got some racket. All right, let me check my poll. All right, so you guys mostly think that Beck won the fight. There's not much debate there. All right, guys, I appreciate everyone. Big fights tomorrow. Let me go over this one last time. I'll go over all my bets one more time. Jamal Charlo money line, under 1.5 knockdowns on the Caleb Plant fight. Blackus money line, Morton money line, Lucero money line, Hernandez money line, Hernandez by KO, Plant money line, over on Plant to win under 1.5 knockdowns. Fight to go the distance, no. Jamal Charlo by stoppage, I like. All right, that's what I got. Those are all the bets that I like, guys. If you have any last-minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, leave them now or forever hold your peace. I'm about to because I was going to multiply my bet by 76 times. I was on the phone with them. Wait, let me read this. It was because I was going to multiply my bet by 76 times. I was on the phone with them for an hour, and they couldn't give me a valid reason, and then they swapped the order of the names 20 minutes later. That's whack. Carl is going to and his odds better. I would even include him, maybe. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. I will be back tomorrow. I'm getting tired. It's late here. It's May 31st now, 2025, from Texas to the world. Thank y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. God bless. Ugh.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.